Some phone calls are unusual. Others are impossible to explain. But this one should never have existed, because the man on the line was already dead. This is not a movie. This is not fiction. This is a real-world case connected to an abandoned American highway, a 911 call, a missing man, and a voice that returned decades later. This is the last call from Route 17. In October 2019, a 911 dispatcher in upstate New York received a call just after 2:13 a.m. There was no phone number. Only one word on the screen. Unknown. At ears hit. First the dispatcher assumed it was a system error. But then the caller spoke. It was a man. His breathing was heavy. His voice was low, almost whispering. He said he had taken a wrong turn while driving. His GPS had stopped working. He claimed he had been on the road for hours. But every few minutes he passed the same mile marker. Mile 64 again. The dispatcher checked the system. Route 17 only had 1 mile 64. State police were dispatched immediately. Traffic cameras along the highway were reviewed. There were no vehicles, no headlights, no movement. Still, the call did not disconnect. The man said his car radio kept turning on by itself. It was broadcasting an emergency warning. From the 1960s, a message that no longer existed. Then his voice changed. He said someone was standing in the road ahead. Not moving, just standing there. The dispatcher told him to stay inside the car and lock the doors. That is when the caller whispered something important. He said the figure knew his name. Seconds later, the line went silent. Police searched the area for more than 6 hours. They found no vehicle, no accident, no tire marks, no footprints, nothing. But deep inside the surrounding woods, officers discovered something unusual. A rusted highway sign, half buried between trees. It read Route 17 closed permanently in 1972. Investigators later confirmed that Route 17 had been rerouted decades earlier. Mile 64 no longer existed on modern maps. The most surprising discovery came days later. When archived 911 recordings were reviewed, dispatchers found another call, recorded in 1971. Same voice, same words, same mile marker, same time, 2:13 a.m. The caller had been reported missing that same year. His name was Daniel Carter. According to records, Daniel Carter died in a car accident in 1971, 48 years before the call received in 2019. To this day, the case remains unsolved. Authorities labeled it a technical anomaly, but dispatchers who heard the recording disagree. They say the voice on the line was real. If you ever find yourself driving alone at night, on an unfamiliar road, with no signal, and no GPS, watch the mile markers carefully, because some roads do not disappear. Some roads remember, and sometimes they call back.